So, just quick question: why is Islam false? Just so we can have a conversation. Why do you
I
believe?
I believe that Islam is false because the Quran has contradictions in it, and the Quran says if it has contradictions in it, then it's not from Allah.
Does the Bible have contradictions in it?
Nope.
Okay, so you stated the Bible doesn't have contradictions in it.
And I stated that the Quran has contradictions in it, which goes against the criteria that the Quran itself sets. The Quran says if there are any contradictions in this book, then you know that it's not from Allah. Do you agree with that?
Name the contradiction.
Yes, of course I can name you the contradiction. Go to chapter 16 for me.
Chapter 16. Okay. Verse?
Verse 89.
Surah Al-Nahl. Okay. And mention the day we will resurrect among every nation a witness over them from themselves, i.e. the Prophet, and we will bring you, O Muhammad salam, as a witness over these, i.e. your nation, and we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things, as guidance and mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. Yes?
Very good. So you see how that verse says that Allah sent Muhammad the book, which is the Quran, obviously, right?
Yep.
That is in your translation, it says clarification of all things.
Yep.
All right. But, the Arabic, it says that it's a detailed explanation of all things. But I don't mind. Clarification of all things, detailed explanation of all things means the same thing. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
So pretty clear, right? Straightforward. Nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. Here's my problem. Go to chapter 3, verse 7.
Okay. It is He who has sent down to you, O Muhammad salam, the book. In it are verses that are precise, that they are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific. As for those in whose hearts is deviation from the truth, they will follow that of it which is unspecific, seeking discord and seeking an interpretation suitable to them. And no one knows its true interpretation except Allah, but those firm in knowledge say we believe in it. All of it is from our Lord, and no one will be reminded except those of understanding. Okay, I see why you may perceive this as a contradiction, because Allah said in Surah Al-Nahl, verse 89, it is a clear clarification, correct?
Yes, of everything.
Yeah, of everything. And then in this verse, it's saying, as for those in whose hearts is deviation from the truth, they will follow that of it which is unspecific.
So there are verses that are not clarified, while the Quran says that it clarifies everything, right?
But Allah states, as for those in whose hearts is deviation, so this is the disbelievers, the people who are deviating, they are going to follow what is unspecific of it. So they perceive it as unspecific, and they are seeking an interpretation suitable to them.
I don't mean to cut you off, my friend, but let's try to comprehend what the text says.
Okay,
it just it just told you that there are precise verses in the Quran. Those verses are the foundation of the book, right? That's what it says in the beginning, the top of the verse, right?
Right.
Okay. So there are precise verses, and those are the foundation of the book. But then there are other verses that are not specific, right?
Okay, but hold on. This verse, the verse 1689 states, we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things and as guidance and mercy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that the book itself is entirely clear and clarified. It says
it literally says that the book itself is a clarification of everything.
Yes, but it doesn't say the verses are clarified.
So what does the book contain if not verses?
The book contains... You're not listening.
I'm listening very closely, my brother.
All right. Hear this, okay?
Okay.
You're stating that this verse says the verses are unclear. No. The verse says, the Surah Ali... Imran, chapter 3, verse 7, it says the disbelievers will see those verses are unclear. 89 says the book is a clarification, not the verses. The book is a clarification, like what is said in the Quran is.
It's clear.
Listen, the message is clear. The message. Some verses.
It doesn't say the message is clear. It says the book is sent down as a clarification of all things. It doesn't say that the message is a clarification or the message is being clarified. It says the book itself is sent down as a clarification of everything, bro. There's no way around this.
But
what?
Listen.
I'm listening, baby.
Oh my god.
I'm listening.
You gave me 1689 and 3:7.
Yes.
3:7. I'll tell you exactly what 3:7 says. Okay? Mm-hmm. They will follow that which is unspecific, seeking.
Wait. Read the part before that. I don't know why you keep jumping to the part where disbelievers or deviant people. Yeah, read the part right before that.
It is he who has sent down to you, O Muhammad, the book. In it are verses that are precise, and they are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific.
All right, stop there. So in the Quran, in the book itself, there are verses that are clear, right? They're precise. There are other verses that are not clear. They're not specific, right?
True. Yes.
Okay. So there's two different categories of verses in the Quran. There are the clear verses in the Quran, and there are the unclear verses in the Quran. The specific, the precise verses, the unspecific verses. Okay? Yeah. Now, the people who deviate, they will use the unspecific verses to try to trip up people. That's what this verse says later. That the people with deviance in their hearts try to use the unclear verses, the unspecific verses to, basically trip people up, deceive them or whatever. But then it continues to say, but no one knows the meaning of these verses except Allah. Only Allah knows the meaning of these unspecific verses. And even the people of knowledge, they just say, it's all from our Lord, we believe. So they don't even know. They just affirm it though, right?
They believe it, yes.
Exactly. So, this is where we're at, bro. There's clear verses, there's unclear verses in the Quran. However, the Quran says in 1689 that it's a clarification of everything. So there's nothing in the Quran that should be unclear. That's the contradiction.
How do I say this?
I can tell you how. I can tell you how to get out of this. There actually is a way.
No. I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it.
I can help you. Here's how to say it. Say Ashadu.
Okay, let's relax here. Okay.
Say Ashadu. I bear witness.
All right. You said your stuff. Let me say my stuff. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Allah said in 89, we have sent down the book as clarification for all things and as guidance and mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. Guidance, mercy, and clarification. Okay?
Those are three things that the Quran is.
All right. The verse you're talking about says, and mention the day we will... The verse you're talking about says, in it are verses that are precise and they're the foundation of the book and others unspecific. Okay, these unspecific verses, they what happens to them? Scholars tafsir, they interpret them.
The scholars don't even know the meaning of these verses, bro.
No. Those firm in knowledge say we believe in it. All of it is from Allah.
Do the people of knowledge know the meaning of these unclear verses?
They believe in it.
But do they know the meaning of them?
Only Allah knows, as you can see.
Very good. Very good. So talking about scholars trying to interpret these things means nothing to me because the verse just told us that not even the scholars know the meaning of these. So they're irrelevant.
Yeah, and the thing is with the clarification part, we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things. It's not mentioning verses unclear.
If there's verses that are unclear in the Quran, is the Quran clarifying all things?
Yes, it's a clarification for all things. Yes.
I'm going to repeat the question. I'm going to give you a second chance to answer that. Now, take a second to think about what you just said. If the Quran has unclear verses in the book, Is the Quran a clarification of all things?
Unspecific, not unclear. Unspecific. Two different words, different meanings. Unspecific. It means these verses don't.
So if it's unspecific, is it clarified?
Listen, unspecific. It's like Allah's not going into depth about it. He's not specifying. But
Right. So if he doesn't specify, is it clear?
It can still be clear without being specified.
How?
It's not hard. Like what?
Oh, okay. So let me give you an example. You ready? Let me give you an example. We're gonna go to chapter 17, verse 1. Go to chapter 17, verse 1 for me. We're gonna run this test here. We're gonna see if the Quran clarifies all things. The Quran itself.
I have it up.
All right. Just let's start reading. So it says, I'll read. But actually, I don't know if my translation would match yours. You might read it? Okay.
Sure. So I have the Sahih International Translation, which is
makes sense.
It's a clear one. Unless you want to translate directly from Arabic into English, then I can.
Okay. It's okay, my brother. Just go ahead. Just don't read the parentheses.
All right, sure. Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid Al-Haram to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the hearing, the seeing.
Beautiful. Who's the servant?
What was that?
Who's the servant?
Exalted is he who took his servant. Yeah, it's Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam.
Where does the verse say it's Muhammad?
This is known. It's known that it is Muhammad.
Is it known in the Quran?
It's known through the ahadith.
Okay, so the Quran doesn't clarify this?
Hold on, I'll bring you up the verse. Hold on.
No, my friend, I you don't have to do that. You don't have to bring the hadith. I trust you.
No, it's not the ahadith. It's the Quran. I'm sure there's a verse of it. Unless it's not, then I'm just.
Verse. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler alert. There is no verse in the Quran that tells you who this is. Matter of fact, verse 2 actually gives you kind of a hint of who it's talking about.
It's known through the ahadith, though, through true, clear verses that have been authenticated. That it is indeed.
Where in the Quran does it say that it's Muhammad?
It doesn't have to say, since this is already known. Like what?
So the Quran doesn't clarify this?
No, it doesn't.
So is the Quran a clarification of all things?
See, the Quran doesn't specify. As you can see, it didn't specify. This is a
yes.
verse.
However, and being unspecified is also unclear. How do you know this is not Moses?
This is because through the ahadith, it says that it's Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. I'll bring it up.
So the Quran is unclear. Hold on, my brother, please. You're not following. Okay. So it's not clarified who the servant is. So it's not clear who the servant is, right?
No, it's unspecified. It's not specific.
So that means that it's not clear who the servant is from the text alone, right?
It's clear.
Just be honest.
Who it is. It's clear. It's clear though. We know who this is.
So show me from the Quran, brother. Listen to the issue, and I think you see the issue, but you're playing games right now. I'm giving you a chance to be honest, and I'm giving you a chance to have intellectual honesty here, bro. Please.
I can see how you see this as a contradiction. I can see, but
is the verse clear on who the servant is, man?
It's unspecific.
Is it clear?
It's unspecific.
It's clear, but it's unspecific. It's clear, but it's unspecific.